Hello, hello, hello. It is your mom of three in NYC. BB2 is sleeping, and I'm back with another video. If this is your first time on my channel, hello. My name is Taneza. I am the mother of three they are helpful kids living in the heart of New York City. I do have a YouTube family, My Tribe, and you have to do just one thing. Smash that button. Which one? The one that says subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. If you are a subby, and I will be doing my favorite kind of video this week, you guys. I'm gonna be doing a new subscriber shout out video, so please make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. I would love, love, love to shout you out. If you are already subscribed, make sure that you do turn on your post notifications so that you never miss a video. I have a special group of tribe members called my Bible Scholars. My Bible Scholars and I have been reading through the Bible since January 1st of this year. And I went back, guys, I have a whole playlist, so make sure if you have free time, if you want to binge watch from Genesis, reading straight through, right? I went back to look at the playlist, you guys. 142 videos. There are 142 videos. We have read Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1 Samuel, 2 Samuel, 1 Kings, 2 Kings. We are smack dab in the middle of 1 Chronicles. It's been amazing. And I want to shout out Arlene since day one. I want to shout out Narita since day one. So please, if you would like to join us on our journey, more like our mission, just join us. You're not behind, you're not getting a grade. This is just for fun and for our own growth and development and conversation and revelations. We would love to have you join us. All you have to do to be a Bible scholar is to watch the videos, comment, be part of the conversation. You don't even need a Bible because I, your girl, put every verse that I read on the screen. I do read out of the NIV translation, and so I'm going to stick with that. Whatever translation you have is perfect. Just stick with it. Please join us on this journey. And as I mentioned before, whenever you're home on a weekend and you want to binge watch something, you can catch up on those videos. I literally have a video for every single book of the Bible that we've read. Sure do. Sure do. Today's review will cover 1 Chronicles chapters 19 and 20. Let's just jump right in. I wanted to read for you. And if you have any questions about anything, just drop them in the comments below. I do read every comment. I do reply to every comment. I do. I sure do. Alrighty, so 1 Chronicles chapters 19 and 20. So 1 Chronicles chapter 19 is about the battle against the Ammonites. Verse 1, in the course of time, Nahash, king of the Ammonites, died. His son succeeded him as king. David thought, I will show kindness to Hanun, son of Nahash, because his father showed kindness to me. So David sent a delegation to express his sympathy to Hanun concerning his father. When David's men came to Hanun in the land of the Ammonites to express sympathy to him. So I have King David in my notes being a good guy, a kind man, and a great king. Sent his regard. The Ammonite nobles planted a negative thought in Hanun's mind. They questioned King David's interest, asking, were the men that were sent to honor his father, or are they spies because King David wants to overthrow us? Hanun, listening to the questioning nobles, seized David's men. He shaved their heads, he cut off their clothes at the buttocks to shame them and sent them away. Like, how shameful, how embarrassing that must have been for them. Someone reported to David what had happened to his men. David told them to stay at Jericho while they regrew their beard, then return. The Ammonites now knew they were not on David's good side. I have in my notes. The word says they had become a stench in his nostrils. Hanun sent 1,000 talents of silver. Do you know how much that is? 37 tons of silver to pay for 32,000 chariots and charioteers, the king of Maacah and his troops, and the Ammonites moved from their towns into battle. I wanted to read for you verses 10, 11, 12, and 13. Joab saw that there were battle lines in front of him and behind him. So he selected some of the best troops in Israel and deployed them against the Arameans. He put the rest of the men under the command of Abishai, his brother, and they were deployed against the Ammonites. Joab said, if the Arameans are too strong for me, again, the Arameans were hired by the Ammonites. If they're too strong for me, then you are to rescue me. But if the Ammonites are too strong for you, then I will rescue you. Be strong. Let us fight bravely for our people and the cities of our God. The Lord will do what is good in his sight. Stop, let's think. An entire battle is now being fought based on a lie. Think about it. David sent his condolences for Hanun's father. And Hanun listened to the nobles of his land saying, you know what, maybe they're not here to send best regards. Maybe they're here as spies so that they can take over our land. A presumption that was incorrect. A fear that was incorrect, misplaced. There now is a whole battle. And so I thought to myself, Bible scholars, are there negative presumptions that are dictating misinformed actions in our lives? Are there thoughts that pop into our head that are not based on any kind of truth that we tend to believe? A whole battle is about to take place. A whole battle, guys, based on a lie. Joab and his troops went to fight the Arameans. They fled. Again, they're hired soldiers. The Ammonites saw that the Arameans were fleeing. They fled as well. David took all of Israel across the Jordan. He formed battle lines and he fought against the Arameans. The Arameans fled before Israel. David and his men killed 7,000 charioteers, 40,000 foot soldiers, and Shophach, the commander of their army. I wanted to read the final verse of chapter 19, verse 19. When the vassals of Hadadezer saw that they had been defeated by Israel, they made peace with David, became subject to him. So the Arameans were not willing to help the Ammonites anymore. And I just wanted to reflect also, guys, back in verse 13, I believe. Reread that verse because that's pretty powerful. Be strong, let us fight bravely for our people in the cities of God and the cities of our God. The Lord will do what is good in his sight. Again, a war based on a lie. They still trusted the Lord and they were still victorious. Chapter 20. This is all about the capture of Rabbah and the war with the Philistines. I'm actually going to work a little backwards. A little bit backwards. We're actually going to start with verse 3 of the chapter and then work our way back. So chapter 20, verse 3, I'll read that out loud for you. So David brought out the people who were there, consigning them to labor with saws and with iron picks and axes. David did this to all the Ammonite towns. Then David and his entire army returned to Jerusalem. All the Ammonite towns. Remember, Bible scholars, in the last chapter, chapter 19, these Ammonite towns went to battle with David and his people based on a lie. They thought he was spying to capture them and he was just giving them his regards. And this is what happened. All the Ammonite towns now are under David. All of them. I have my notes. Again, a war built on a lie. So Joab attacked Rabbah. David took the crown from that king. Not just any crown. This crown was a talent of gold. How much is a talent of gold? How much is a talent of gold? I'm so glad you asked, Bible scholar. A talent of gold is 75 pounds. The king's crown weighed 75 pounds. It was set with precious stones. The second part of chapter 20 is about war with the Philistines. Many wars broke out against the Philistines. I wanted to read for you all verses 6 and 7. In still another battle which took place at Gath, there was a huge man, 6 fingers on each hand, 6 toes on each foot, 24 in all. He also was descended from Rapha. When he taunted Israel, Jonathan, son of Shemaiah, David's brother, killed him. Again, doesn't matter how big you are, how many fingers, doesn't matter. Does not matter. If you taunt, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Jonathan, David's brother, killed him. All right, Bible scholars, as always, any questions, comments, revelations, drop them in the comments below. I would love to have you on the journey with me. Again, I cannot believe that it's been that many videos. I can't. 142 videos. We started on January 1st. And so, again, we've read Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1 Samuel, 2 Samuel, 1 Kings, 2 Kings, and we're now in 1 Chronicles. And we're just chugging along. And just so you guys see my vision for the future is that after we read through the Bible in the NIV, the New International Version, I basically every year or however long it takes, 18 months, I want to read the Bible in a different translation. So NIV is going to be first. And the next, I believe right now on my heart, the next translation will be the New King James Version. That's going to be, I'm thinking so far. And I think that because I was listening to a sermon from Tony Evans, and I believe he used that translation. I was like, oh, I like that, New King James. So that's my thoughts pattern there. I'm trying to think of anything else. Tomorrow's Bible study will be a review of 1 Chronicles, chapters 21 and 22. All right. I think of it like a train. Like I've been chugging along on this Bible train. You can jump on anytime. You can jump on 1 Chronicles. You can, whenever you're ready, just jump on the train. You're not being graded. You do this because you want to do it. You want to learn the word. Again, I was raised in the church. I'm grown, married for 15 years next week. 3 kids, 10, 7, and 3. Never read the Bible. In church every Sunday. Never read the Bible. And so it's been life-changing. I'd love to have you. We'd love to have you. Me and the rest of the Bible scholars. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you in our next review. Bye, Bible scholars.